from London, England. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
This taken in at the goal line.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So just a disastrous start to a playoff game as they fumble away the opening kickoff.
It's so simple. Ball security, so important in a game like this.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Back to throw. Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Hurts throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense.
Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
He'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Up the middle they go. Cherry. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Black Knights are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So out now come the Jets. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
This is Thomas. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts to the right side, and he's got more complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They run with Thomas. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7-7, our score after 1. first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Thomas. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking left side and complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now it's Jackson. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Black Knights have moved out in front.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They go play action with Hurts. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw is Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The New York set to take the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From just shy of midfield, Hurts, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Buying time to his left. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
He gets it to Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Throwing is Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this will be scooped up by the defense. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And a completion to Wilson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Hurts. He finds Wilson.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On 1st down, Hurts. Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Baltimore Ravens who...
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Second down and 4.
He'll look to throw.
Complete to Likely on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Okay, great.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Thomas, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
On target to his man, Likely. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Jets have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Being chased out left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
9 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
Taken down at the 42.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Jackson now. Caught. It's Ellington. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. David Njoku. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Black Knights answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They're going to look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Complete to Likely. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Thomas, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw.
Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Foyesade Oluokun gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts eluding, and the pressure gets to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
London about set to take over on offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And some room to maneuver.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a handoff up the middle. Cherry, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Cherry, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Black Knights are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Jets now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Caleb Farley.
And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Black Knights continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. Hurts.
And Thomas has it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it, and it's caught. Touchdown. David Njoku, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Taken at the goal line. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.